Okay. What's up, YouTube? How are you doing? I realize always that my webcam on, like, probably your YouTube screen isn't that sharp because it's night and it's just the laptop webcam quality, I suppose. Why do I need anything else if it works? Maybe one day, it's worth of an upgrade, but you're not gonna watch this live stream to look at my face for an hour. So that's the benefit, I suppose. That's the positive, not the benefit. That's the positive. You're not here for me, you're here for the charts, and then for me to explain the charts, right? That's like, it works hand in hand, I suppose. What's up? How are you doing this Monday? It's been a little bit of a grind, gotta be honest, right? This Monday, where price very slowly moves towards the downside. And actually this price action over here reminded me of price action we had in October, which is something that I'm going to show you in this live stream. Now we're going to be online here for probably about an hour. Yeah, that sounds about right. And what we're going to do, of course, is Elliott Waves, talk about the current price action, areas of interest, and go chatting as we always do, right? We start with Elliott Waves and we end with some chatter. I just came back from a meeting with my business coach in Amsterdam as well. It's always interesting, right? Like I think it's like good to have an outside perspective looking in. You know what I mean? I don't only like YouTube is like a hobby that went out of how do you call it? Uit de hand gelopen hobby. Started as a fun project, but of course, becomes quite serious. And I also have another business and I do speaking as well. And it's good to have someone to talk business, talk people, talk personalities that, who, not how, you need in your business. And yeah, it's always very insightful. I always enjoy being with the business coach. So next meeting is set just after Christmas. Okay, but we are back home now and just got home, ups everything off and moved to the computer to go live for you. So what we're going to do, let's start with the price action. And actually what this reminded me of over here is, as mentioned, price action of October. So before I do any Elliott Wave related stuff, let's jump to what happened in October, and you might actually recognize what I'm talking about, which is this piece of the chart over here. Now let me do or get a bars pattern from the high to, well, a little bit extended. Let's do it like this, and let's put it on the current price action. The main reason for me to actually think about this, I mean, price doesn't repeat, but it can rhyme, is because over here we went down range, down range, down range, down range, bullish CVD divergences at the low, and we move back towards the upside, right? We had a very quick first move to the downside, bit of a range, and then a very slow drop sideways, drop sideways, drop sideways, you know what I mean. So this is what I was thinking about when I actually was sitting in the train traveling back home, as I love sitting in the train, so I can, grab my laptop, grab my stuff and do things instead of sitting in a car and do absolutely nothing. I had to think about this piece of the chart. I was thinking about this piece of the chart and I was like, it looks very reminiscent of something that we've had in the past. So I opened the chart and then I, found that bit of price action. So of course, it's not the same. If it was the same, we already knew what would happen. We don't know what's going to happen, but we can at least look at how price action potentially mimics what we see here on the chart, of course. So let's put it on top. A little bit better. I mean, this is about right. I mean, right? It's about right. Of course, the beginning is a little off here. This retracement was higher to the golden pocket 786 area. But then we move to the downside over here. And yeah, a lot of overlap, right? Down, sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways. How long are we going to continue this? Little bit of bullish CVD, but not too convincing yet. So yeah, I had to think about this scenario here where we are getting close to the target box. So something like this would be even more interesting to me. Okay, before we continue with Elliott Waves. What's up, Chet? How you doing? Marcus, first once again. Try next time. He's first on my chart, Ersin. He's first on my chart. Man, the longest existing member. Such a legend. Such a legend. Also, Pistachio, one of the first ever. Very, very quickly after Marcus. But he was the first if I check the list. What's up, Marcus? What's up, Pistachio, Flotty, Ersin? How you doing? He was first. Nice orange hearts, right? Orange Army. QZ World, what's up? Manta FPV. Good evening, host and chat. Edward, hi, sir. Subscribe today. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you're going to enjoy your stay and time on this channel for the upcoming many years to come. I hope, right? We've been, this channel is now live. I mean, it's live since the 20th of February. So that is 9 months and 7 days. And here we are. We just reached, actually, when I went live, 5,150 subscribers exactly. That's quite nice. So thanks everyone for hanging out, and thanks for subscribing. Edward, you may have been the 5,150. Who knows? Who knows? You might actually be the guy. Welcome. Good to have you here, Edward. Hope you're gonna have a good time, and we will definitely speak each other a lot more often during live streams. You know, comments if you write comments, or in Discord. Now let's continue with the bars pattern and then go into Elliott Waves, right? So, of course, a bit of a retracement here in purple, which we didn't really get at. It was very horizontal, sideways price action, but it's very reminiscent of wave B-ish structures, right? Short A, long B, then you get this drawn out C to the downside like we had in October over here. Fast A, you get your B, slow C to the downside, right? Also, if we think impulsive in a 1-2 continuation down, this high over here did hit the 0.5 Fibonacci. So officially, did it actually? Oh, it just missed out on hitting that 0.5. Wait, do I take the good high here? It did not. It only reached the 382. I actually thought it hit the 0.5. Okay, well, there you go. 382 confirmed, not the 0.5. And the 382 is a target for a wave B, more common, I should say this differently. It's a more common target for a wave B and a less common target for a wave 2, which increases the probabilities that this range that we have over here is part of a wave B. It's just all about probabilities, right? But when we look at the time compared to this quick move down, a wave A most commonly is quite short, simple, zigzaggy, right? A very long wave 2 compared to 1. Can it happen? Absolutely, right? Is it possible? Yes. No certainties in trading. Probabilities wise though, retrace to the 382, more common for a B, less common for a 2. Very long sideways flat range, right? More common for a B, less common for a 2. So it's just probabilities in the end, of course. And then we have this grind to the downside where, yeah, down, up, like many small little ranges. Now, if we are going to get a big free fall in a bigger wave 3, we want to see volume consistently increase. Is it increasing? Yeah, it is. It is average, right? Compared to what we had here during the weekend, which is nothing. We do see like a little bit of an increase over here. That's what you like to see for wave 3. But for wave 3, what you also like to see is big candles and strength to the downside, right? And at the moment, that is the thing that's lacking here. We get a move to the downside, that's all right, but it's not strong. It's very like slow to the downside. We also don't really have any bearish CVD divergences between the main pivots that we see on the chart. If you go to the 15-minute, all right, price is moving down, CVD is moving down as well. Do we have some bearish CVD? Yeah. We had some bearish CVD divergences like over here, lower high on price. We have a little bit of a higher high on yellow over here. So it's not that we don't have bearish CVD divergences, but it's not really between the main pivots, let's say, right? If we go for an impulse, preferably I love to see bearish CVD between the high and wave 2. So the beginning of one and the end of a wave 2. But we don't have any bearish CVD divergence with the high of yellow here or the high of blue. Now, of course, we had bearish CVD here locally, drop to the downside. That's nice, you know, all good, perfectly fine. And some minor little bearish CVD, but not here between these pivots. So we continue to observe what price does, of course, and especially what it does more locally as well with this CVD, which will be especially important if price can make it to the box down here. Of course, it's already important, but this is an area of interest that I have. Daily naked point of control here, so a little bit of volume support as well. And then together with the bars pattern, we saw the same during this move down here in October, where we got those moves to the downside, and we didn't really see big bearish CVDs between all these pivots. We had the small ones, but not like big bearish CVD, strong push to the downside. And that's what we're looking for. If we're looking for a big wave 3 and an impulse to the downside, right? A big move to the downside. So we can always still get it, but at the moment probabilities would suggest an ABC based on the price action that we have over here. If volume kicks in and we get a big candles to the downside, right? We want to see continuation. We want to see price do this, go down quicker and quicker and quicker, bigger candles dropping to the downside. This support should be nothing, right? Maybe a little bit of a bounce and boom. So if you reach this support, that's why also in the previous videos I mentioned it's so important to me. If we reach this support here, or we start to build bearish CVD divergences at support, that's when I might be looking for lower prices and a consistent move to the downside, right? So more of a straight move down, which would be more bearish based on stuff that I will explain from an Elliott Wave perspective. So yeah, this is a bars pattern that I keep my eye on. Might actually want to put that in the scenario here. And currently, where are we? Before I go into Elliott Waves, it's the low of a 15-minute gap. Now, I didn't really have this on the chart because I didn't really deem it too relevant. But if you go to the 50-minute over here, then you have a gap. And the low of the gap is this candle. And if you then go to the right side, then you can see that the gap is filled. So it gave a little bit of a reaction, but it's not really, I don't know, it's not a level that I had in mind as great support for price dropping. We are just above the golden pocket as well. We just missed out on hitting the golden pocket, so I would actually like to see that one hit. And we're also just above the target box here with a daily naked point of control. Where is it? There. So wait, this one I guess is irrelevant. Must be an old one that I have here, so I'll remove that one. But here 36.5k, that is the main level in this target box area that I'm gonna keep an eye on if price moves to the downside. Should have actually maybe changed the target box a little bit, which is now more like this, because the golden pocket moved up. But really, you know, it doesn't really matter too much, as the daily naked point of control is my main support in this area where price is at the moment. So we're going to be patient. Okay, Elliott Waves then. Let's jump in. Remove this. Where are we going to start? We're going to start locally without the bars pattern. Okay. So with the idea of the bars pattern, price action from October, currently the higher probability scenario locally would be an ABC structure. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to know exactly where we should position this wave B. Is it this high, that high, or is it this high? And the main reason is that in a wave C, because of all the overlap, we might have to think about a diagonal structure. But a flat here is not allowed in a diagonal. And what I mean with a flat is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least it looks like a good 5-wave impulsive structure. But this can't be a wave A or a 1 because price moved down and took the low, which means probabilities are higher for a potential flat to the upside here, which also works from a fib perspective, taking a fib from the low of the high of A here. Toggle on the expanding flat targets, and you can see on the 15, the candles closed perfectly inside the most common target area for a wave B, and then an A, B, C, right? So possibility. Now if we look at time, however, and we take a fib time from the start of A, because this is your A, to the low of B, and we double click, we do encounter a problem. Because, extend please, not that one, this one, because this wave B is twice the length, which you can see over here. It is twice the length of A and B together. So your wave C is double the length of this structure in an A and B, which is the maximum target for actually a wave C in a flat. Preferably, your wave C is shorter than twice the length of A and B combined. Now, if we go to the 5-minute, then you can see this wave B actually ended. Let me double check here. Yes, ended after the 2, which is of course a little bit awkward, but I prefer using 15-minute, so it would potentially still be a flat here. But of course, this wave C being so long compared to A and B is not ideal. So the question is a little bit where to put this wave B, because a flat, if this is a diagonal, right, or from here, you can't have a flat in a wave 2 or a wave 4 in a diagonal. It has to be a zigzag or a zigzag family pattern in a double or triple zigzag, but it can't be a flat. So if this is a flat, then we look for this to be the high of B, and then this is your C to the downside. Now with all the overlap, ending diagonal C's have to be a zigzag structure. So all of the waves need to be a zigzag structure in a wave C, which means you're going to be counting probably like here, wave 1, you're going to have a wave 2, but then we encounter another problem, this low, because this now also is a flat, which is not what we want to see in a wave 2. So you can see it's actually quite a complex structure to the downside, which also makes me doubt, do we need a WXY here in potentially a double zigzag, where you have a W, X, and then this is your Y to the downside, where we have a double zigzag to the downside, right, where you also have a zigzag in a wave Y, which is definitely a possibility that I am still looking at because of all the messy price action. But it gives us the same conclusion, which is that it looks overlapping, it looks corrective. It currently looks very much like what we had in October, which was this, an ABC, where we simply had consistent down, range, down, range, down, range, down, range, down, and eventually you move back up after bullish CVD divergences, right? I always talk about you want to see proof of support or proof of resistance. We don't catch knives, YOLO, FOMO, proof of support, proof of resistance. Here we have the same, right? You have like down, sideways, well, I mean, down, sideways, I suppose, down, sideways. You see the trend over here, right? So we want to see a little bit of support and proof of support. But it looks very overlapping, very C-wave-ish. So that is basically the higher probability, unrelated to if the fibs are exactly on the right place, and because it fully depends on how you pull the fibs. Now they are pulled from the high to this low here of A to the high over here, to that high. That's the current pull. And what you can then see is that the most common target for wave C is currently being respected. And another, I should almost say common target, because the 1.618 nowadays is like also a common target anyway, but usually a little less common, is the 1.618, which is in very nice confluence with the target box, where we also have that daily naked point of control. So very much a target for a wave C. If price enjoys moving a little bit further to the downside, which is personally something that I'm still looking for, as price just missed out on hitting the 618 of the golden pocket from the low to the high. It would also be nice to fill the 1 hour gap instead of the 15-minute gap, which means going to this low over here, which is a little lower, or this high, right, which is a little lower. But then we're also so close to the daily naked point of control in the box. We also have a little bit of an order block, by the way, but hey, interesting area. Definitely keeping my eyes out for that one. In the bearish scenario, we're looking for an impulse. Currently, the lower probability scenario based on what we see locally. So I want to quickly say this. Unless we see any signs of strength and proof of support, there's a higher probability of continuing to the downside locally. Now the micro bullish scenario, meaning in ABC, has a higher probability, but we want to see signs of support, proof of support, RSI, stochastic, market structure changes, candlestick patterns, CVD, whatever you like to use, right, to give you confidence of proof of support for then a potential long position. I will definitely be observing the reaction that we get here. I mean, I'm already kind of observing here, but preferably price moves down. This is the area of interest, and this is where I'm interested to observe the reaction and then see if there will be a potential setup according to my plan. Now, in this scenario, there should not be great support over here. As we are then looking for a 1-2, I like to remind you of this wave 2 hitting the 0.382. Not the 05, which is a less common target for a 2, the 382, and more common for a wave B. And also this wave 2 is incredibly long compared to a wave 1, which gives higher probabilities to it being part of a wave B. But in this scenario, what does work nicely, gotta be said, right? Where this is then a 1, WXY in 2, another 1, flat in 2, and you're working on your wave 3 to the downside, where this is the beginning. So you want to see price moving down impulsively, volume increasing. Well, we got the increase at the moment, but we don't yet got the big, we don't yet have the big candles, right? We don't yet have wave 3 candles to the downside. There's a lot of overlap here at the moment. No big bearish CVD divergences yet. So it's the bearish scenario is an impulse, currently lower probabilities, and we continue to observe the reaction. No? Now, where do these scenarios fit in this range? Well, first of all, let's actually talk about this range before I go into Elliott Waves. Another important reason why I look for the target box here is the value area low. I actually didn't even write it. I've been talking about it all the time, but I didn't even write it in the box. So there you go. Swing failure pattern on the 6 hour of the range highs. Coming back inside the value area high. Bearish CVD divergences, increasing probabilities for a move down. Hitting the point of control, always interesting, bit of support, right? Quite a bounce to the upside. Losing the point of control, probabilities increase to move to the value area low. Trade the range until it breaks, right? We have quite big, like, how do you call these? Excursions, something with a D. But we did move outside of the value area low numerous times, right? But it likes to come back in. So, area of interest. This value area high is at 36.5K. You remember where the point of control is, the naked one, exactly at the same level as the value area low. 36.5K is for me the most important support that we have. Below this, there's not too much left, in my opinion, before we then get to the double bottom. And this is where the two scenarios come in. In the bullish scenario, we want to see support at that spot. Where if we then zoom out and we look at how is this ABC part of the bigger structure, not that one, not that one as well, this one. I mean, honestly, there's two options. You either have the bullish one where this is a 1-2 and you look for continuation with then a zigzag or a WXY in your 2, right? Most common targets for a wave 2, if this is a 1-2 continuation, is the 0.5 to the 786. So that is respected as price now retraced into that most common target area. Nonetheless, most common or most interesting area for me is down here. But in the bullish scenario, you have a triangle 1-2 continuation, right? That's what you're looking for. Currently, not my yet highest probability. Depends on the bounce that we might get. The other scenario, which is also still leading to another high. So generally on the medium time frame, when you zoom out even further, still looking actually for another high as it stands, as long as we don't get an impulse down, which at the moment it looks more C wavy or Y. Increasing probabilities to take the high. So, or we get into this complex sideways structure, WXY, flat, flat, potentially zigzag to the downside here, and then a wave Y, because you can't have a WXY inside a wave Y. That's not allowed. So it has to be something simple. Zigzag, a flat, another one, which is definitely something I'm going to keep my eye on, as I think that would be incredibly interesting from a trading psychology point of view, where you fake the high at the golden target box, move down impulsively in a wave C, grab the liquidity we have down here, not only these lows, maybe even a little lower, but who knows, and then move up. 3, 3, 5 impulse, back up. Very, very interesting. Also time-wise, because if this is your ABC, it's quite short compared to your W. Take a fib time from the start to the end of W, put it on the high over here of X, toggle on your 0.618 and 1-to-1, and you can see if price reaches this 1-to-1 sitting at the 1st of December, then it would be like this structure would be the same amount of time as this structure. We can do the same for wave X from the low of W. I just misclicked. Double click on X. Let me do this. Up. And then it can give you an area of interest. If wave Y is going to be around the same time as W and X, then you're going to be looking for this little area here. 1st of December till the 2nd of December. Preferably wave Y reaches at least the 0.618 before putting in a low for potential continuation. So if this is very short in time, now a wave Y does not have any real time requirements per se, but most commonly wave Y does finish after the 0.618 of your W/X, which would be after at least the 29th of November at 3 a.m. Central European time. So if price goes down now and then moves up, probabilities are higher from a time perspective that we are going to have a fake top, which means a wave B, and then looking for potentially a sharp C to the downside, finishing after the 1-to-1s, and then move up. And what's nice about this from a trading psychology point of view is hype and fear, right? We're breaking the high. Oh my God, we break resistance. Especially, I hope that we close a daily candle here. That would, like, you know, people waiting for the high time frame closes. Close a candle here, breaking the highs, you know. People buying into resistance, as this is important resistance. Move down. Create a lot of fear, as a wave C of a flat tends to be very sharp and quick. High volume move. Grab liquidity, grab the lows. Oh my God, support is failing. Yeah, fear, fear, fear. People selling. We get a bounce. We get proof of support. We get bullish CVD divergences at the lows, looking for a move to the upside. That would be my favorite scenario. It's not really Elliott Wave. I mean, it is Elliott Waves related. It's part of this scenario for another flat in Y, which is possible. You can have a flat and a flat in W and Y, just not a zigzag and a zigzag. But with W in this scenario is a flat. So yeah, I think some sort of a flat would be so interesting, because it, you know, it's like, yeah, just interesting scenario. Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely something I keep my eye on. Bullish scenario already explained, of course. So probability wise, still looking for a local high. Local meaning taking this one actually. But on the low time frame, we were looking and are still looking for a retracement, preferably still a little bit further down to reach the blue box here. I mean, if we move up, then I'd be looking for a flat. If we move down, I'd still be looking for a flat. It depends on the move up. We want to see a 3-wave, preferably ABC. That's most common in a wave B, and then an A, B, C with inside B a zigzag ABC. Would be nice if that ABC also finishes on high volume to bait people into thinking it's an impulse, and then you move to the downside in a bigger wave C. Very interesting. So and also this high has been made just before the target box, which is very annoying. I like highs to be made or lows in the target boxes. That is by far most common, and the target boxes are my support resistance areas, one can argue, but areas of confluence that I like to call them. And I mean, it's so rare to have a big turnaround not hitting one of the target boxes. So we got a big point of control here as well, 38.7, which is the point of control of this whole range, right? 2021, basically. So that is very interesting resistance as well. And we have a weekly naked point of control just above as well, over here. Oh, don't look at the current weak point of control because I randomly moved it there. I just randomly moved it down. It just actually... This was not planned. This morning, because the week just started, this is completely irrelevant. So it was up here from last week. I moved it down, and it almost looks like it acts as support. But don't look at this, right? This is bullshit. This is not yet relevant. We have to be at least like Wednesday, and then the weekly point of control becomes interesting. Nice. But we also have the weekly naked point of control at 39K. So 38.5, 39K, very important resistance. I'd love to clear this resistance and then see a move to the downside. The current monthly point of control is correct, however. So this is the monthly point of control and basically the point of control of this this range. So yeah. The most bearish scenario, let's at least for the bears, right? The high of 5 is in, the 1-to-1 is hit, which is a target for a wave 5, which is the 1-to-1 taken from the low to the high of 1, put it on the low of 4, or the end of 4, I should say. And then the 1-to-1 is there, which is a target for a wave 5, very nicely respected over here. And then you want to preferably see an impulse, because the moment you start to see corrective structures to the downside here, it increases probabilities to go back up. But if this is your wave 5 of this big impulse to the upside, right, you want to see a bigger retracement. So preferably you see a 5-wave move, which then either is a bigger zigzag to the downside, or it's the beginning of a flat where you have a zigzag down, you get another move up and then a move down, right? It kind of starts with like really a 5-wave move, right? That would be preferred. Of course, you can also start with a smaller one, A, B, C. So you start with a flat, but then you have to immediately think W, then you get an X, and then you get a Y, maybe in a zigzag to the downside in a wave Y, for example. But yeah, too early to call that stuff. But if you don't get an impulse to the downside, then generally probabilities, or always, probabilities are going to be higher to take the high. So even if you dip all the way down, but it's a flat, you're going to expect price to move back up. You're not going to start a big move to the downside with a flat, right? So yeah, you want to see it start with an impulsive structure. So this would be the bearish scenario, which then is your 1, 2. You want to see volume increase as price moves more parabolic to the downside. So let's observe what price does over here, because I would really like to see it hit this target box. And now let's go into chatting. Did I say everything I wanted to say? Yeah, kinda. So anything else? I don't think so. Let's answer some questions and keep an eye on price. Keep an eye on what's happening here as well. Arguably some bullish CVD, but Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the support where it bounced at the moment, but yeah, you never know. Also bearish CVD at the high, by the way. Lower high, higher high. Ooh, also, especially on blue, by the way. Lower highs, higher highs. Bearish CVDs at the top. It's not really what you like to see. If you are looking for a bounce to the upside and continuation. Okay, boom, there you are. Say hi to everyone watching. You're on the screen. I don't have a bottle of water here. Unfortunate. Okay, from up to down. Incredible Sub-Zero, we here. How you doing? Back again. Good to have you around. Fish, we hunt. The grinding up is similar with 21st of October 21st October 2020, I guess, to 2 November 2020. The problem is there were no bearish divergence. The grinding up. So you're talking about the grind. Oops. Where were we? 2020. October to November 2020. I think I've actually heard about that piece of the chart more often, which is, I think this part, no? Or here. I think this is the part that many people talk about over here. So it is, of course, somewhat similar here, I suppose. I mean, it is, you can count like 1, 2, and then you have people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, looking for 5, and then a downside move in 2. You never got to 2, right? Continued. This is your like 2, and then you continue to the upside. And that's the thing with wave 3s. Once you enter a wave 3, you don't know how far it goes. That's of course the most bullish scenario, right? Where you have shallow retracement, just higher lows all the time. This range would then mimic the current range that we have. No? But of course, price can rhyme. It doesn't repeat. I'm usually more of a fan of looking at the more local price action. And the reason I also very much enjoy covering 15-minute Elliott waves is because the 15-minute will show us the 1 hour, will show us the 4 hour, will show us the daily, will show us the weekly. So I like to keep up to date with probabilities locally, because they will tell me what might happen next. And the move to the upside has been incredibly successful, like very, very nice trading throughout the move towards the upside with the content we created here as well. That was like very, very good stuff. So yeah, if we see good stuff locally, and good meaning like any signs of upside, you'll be the first to know. Well, probably second, as Silver probably knows first, and then I'll make the video at 7 p.m., 7 a.m. or 1 p.m. of course. So yeah. Don't like the parabolic you just drew. That would be a steep move, no? At the moment, lower probabilities though. Dasa Gaming, what's up? How you doing? Monta, I was waiting today that the golden pocket and the 1 hour gap gets filled. Slightly missed and not got filled yet. Let's see. Yeah, correct. Not yet filled. Golden pocket not yet hit. Just by a few dollars really. But like you see here, it's like down, up, down, ranged, maybe down, up a bit. Let's see. Got a bit of a gap here as well. 1 hour gap. So up, up, up. Can act as resistance. We just missed out on hitting this. So, you know, you could have a 3-wave move, hit the gap, reject, move down again, hit the golden pocket, daily naked point of control, fill the 1 hour gap as well. And that is your support. But we did have some bearish CVDs here at the high on the lower time frame. Always interesting, of course. Yo, hoe gaat het, Santos Saints? How you doing? Going to start at the beginning. Thanks for the support. Starting at the beginning. Or live and then rewatch the beginning. For everyone that just joined, we just finished the analysis part, so make sure to go a little bit to the, probably about 30 minutes back, and you'll hear me explain my thoughts. Too early to take a decision. That depends on your plan. I mean, the probabilities at the moment are higher for a wave C or Y in a double zigzag to the downside here, but a corrective structure based on the price action we have. And, I have a plan, I have a strategy, I have entry requirements. It's all based on statistics and data, which, gives me the confidence to enter a long or a short whenever I see what I want to see. And let me have a look here. How many? So I have to enter a setup. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 entry requirements. So, yeah. And then I have a bunch of statistics that help me as well with timing, for example. If a certain level is hit, I know it will take a few hours or not, maybe sometimes 15 minutes, depending on what the chart does. So I have many statistics, and based on my favorite tools that I love to use and the statistics I have, I eventually was able to build a strategy which gives me a consistently profitable result in the long term. Anyone can have 5 losing trades in a row, if you're very unlucky, even more in a row. As long as you're over 100 trades profitable, it doesn't matter, right? So you got to think long term. And my win rate, I don't know if Lucas and Jarvis are here. They are tracking statistics as well. But my win rate is averaging around 65-70%, 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, as that is the best risk to reward ratio for my strategy based on statistics. I think Jarvis might be around the 65-70% or maybe even higher. Yesterday he did a rune trade based on my strategy, which was quite a fast winner. And Lucas is tracking stuff as well, and I think it's all around that 65-75% area. But it's statistics, and statistics also give you great confidence to trade. And I actually in Discord made a video about this. Let me show you. Oh, I can recommend this as well. Disciplined and consistent video. It's not on public YouTube. It was a Discord special because I got a question about it. Where is it? Was it here or not here? Oh wait, here, this one. So I mean, it's from April, but that's where I already spoke about this topic as well, as I always do. I always have trading psychology in my title because it's important. Check out this video if you like. I mean, I can just put it in YouTube, and track statistics, counter emotions. It's like the title of the video, which is a very important video in my opinion, because trading without having a plan, strategy, statistics is like you're trading in the dark, if you know what I mean, right? It's like trading a little bit with not being able to see, you know what I mean? Because you don't really have the data, but the data will help you to give you confidence in trading. So too early to take a decision depends on your plan. If your plan says take a decision now and go in a long or a short, you take the long, you take the short. Try to leave out emotions, which is by far the most difficult thing, by the way. Once you have a plan, then it's about the emotions. Yeah. Good to catch you live. Smoky Love, how you doing? Welcome. Good to have you here as well. Yao Shop, if W is a flat, doesn't that invalidate Y as being a potential flat? No. W and Y cannot be the same structure as in a zigzag, but they can be a flat and a flat. Wave W can be a zigzag flat. Wave Y can be a zigzag flat triangle. If W is a zigzag, Y cannot be a zigzag. If W is a flat, Y can be a flat. Caesar, oh my goodness, oh my god. Adrian, late today but good evening. How are you doing? What's up, Adrian? Adrian recently has been on point with attending the live stream. Perseo, by the way, yo, hi, I almost forgot Perseo. How you doing, Perseo? Nice contributions constantly in the Bitcoin TA group, by the way, in Discord, because I read and check all the messages in Discord. So I always scroll through. It never goes unseen, you know, because I like to see what people come up to. You're very active. Love to see it. Adrian on point, catching all the recent live streams. This guy, like, quite amazing. Davey, how you doing? Hi, Kunz. Are you still looking for a wave 4 at the 20? I mean, we already hit the 23% retracement, so there's no guarantee we come back there. But as it stands, you know, general medium time frame, still looking for the high to be taken, as this looks more like an ABC down, which then gives us options for a potential flat as well, which means taking 38.5K high, then move down for lower prices, potentially the 23% retracement, yes, but you know, it's too early to call. But if we are looking for the wave Y, with the potential of Y being a flat, then the 23.6% retracement, which is here, is definitely a potential target. But my main target would be the double bottom here, and then take it from there. If we continue down, then here's the 23.6, right? As you know from the other videos, from the content you've been watching clearly. Thanks for that, by the way. And then of course we can even go deeper to the 382, and you know, that's still common targets, but that would be quite deep for the range. But you know, if we take a quick little flip here from, oh man, there we go, from the high to the low of W to the high of a potential X, toggle on the wave Y targets, and your most common target is in confluence with the double bottom, 1 to the 1.236. The 0.618 is also a target for a wave Y, but you have to think time and price. The 0.618 is a price target for a wave Y. But time-wise, this would be quite short compared to your potential W here and your potential X. Spoke about that earlier in the video. So preferably around the 1 to the 2nd of December or later, the low of a wave Y would be made. And the 1.618 is still a target all the way down here at 34.4K. Now the thing is that if you, what's this? Oh yeah, that's the gap. If you're going to do this, then probabilities increase for the high to be in, because you get an impulse. We don't want to see an impulse to the downside here, because the probabilities of an ABC flat are very low, because inside wave B you have a regular flat, which is really lowering the probabilities for a bigger flat. If you get a flat wave B in a bigger flat, it's very low probabilities that happens, which means it's never preferred. So we have to look for other things first. Now, if you get a 5-wave move to the downside here and an impulse, probabilities would be higher for a wave 5 and then a bigger correction compared to the ABC, but we continue to observe, and at the moment probabilities locally are higher for corrective structures to the downside in an ABC, or maybe more like a WX and then a Y. This is important support. Now, I'm going to keep my eye on this support, also this low here, by the way, just below 36.2K. But that is the that's an area of interest. So at the moment, probabilities are still higher to take the high. And if we do, I would be mega interested in a flat. I think that would be that would be amazing. Something I'm gonna keep my eye on. We don't know what price does, but I'm prepared. Mustafa, how are you doing? Wait, where is he? Good evening. Smoky Love, can you explain a bit about the different reactions that we will see if it hits the target box? Well, very simply, of course, you get either this, or you get this. But that's not the answer. Now, it depends really what people are looking for. Look, everything I show in the videos is stuff that I use on a daily basis. The main thing is, how do you make a plan out of all the different tools that someone likes? Now, I like volume, but other people might not like volume. They like candlestick patterns, or they like patterns in general, diamonds and W and whatever patterns, triangles. I mean, triangle is also an Elliott Wave pattern, but you know, the other patterns. Other people like simple order block, support resistance levels, or, you know, stuff. So once price hits this box, the question is, what are you going to be looking for? RSI divergences in an impulse. If you have an impulse to the upside, you make a wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. You preferably, or actually kind of always, want to see CVD or RSI divergence, where you make a new high on price, but a lower high on the RSI. That can be one of the things you're going to be looking for. Same with the stochastic, right? Maybe you want to see a wick to the downside, close on top of the daily naked point of control, which is then a candlestick pattern. Stop loss below, entry, move up, right? Maybe you need more time. Maybe you're a patient trader. You don't want to catch knives, right? It's too risky. It comes down, hits the daily naked point of control, and you're like, nah, you know, I don't want to do. You know, I want to wait for a reaction. Well, then here you can be looking for CVD. You can look for RSI, stochastic, order blocks during the move to the upside, Elliott waves towards the upside. So, you know, it really depends on the plan. But these are some of the things that, you know, someone can be looking for to then increase the probabilities of a long at that particular moment. Congrats for Verstappen. Thanks. Third year in a row, I suppose. I would like a challenger now. You know, it's been like the first year, 2021, that was the best. What an amazing year, by the way, Formula One year. But yeah, it would be nice to see a Lando Norris, a Charles Leclerc, Fernando Alonso. Who knows? You know, never too old to win a championship. But I look forward to next year already. Jeremy Vasquez, how are you doing? How are you doing? Every time I read your name, I have to think about that series where the airplane disappears, where the cop is called Vasquez as well, or his surname sounds like yours. What's that series again where the airplane no, not that one. Manifest. There you go, Manifest. And they have this guy that's called like Vasquez, but of course, no, we can't find it. I don't know. Main characters. Oh, here. Maybe I'll be Michaela, Ben, Grace. Oh, here, Vasquez. Oh, there. It's what? Wait, what's your name? Vasquez. So you have a Z. Where this dude. Let's zoom in for all of you. Vasquez. I know it sounded so familiar. Every time I see your name, I'm like, I recognize this one. Sad for Checo. I mean, it's his own result, right? Like, it just. I guess, like, you know, Checo wasn't vibing for a period of time, but in the end, it's his own performance. So, not really sad. It's just he needs to step up the game. He has the best car in the history of Formula One, and he had to battle for a P2 in the championship. Like, you know, I love Checo. He's an amazing driver, but I'm not like feeling for him because his own performance just was not good. Which, of course, got him all the criticism. So let's hope that next year he does better, because I do want him to see doing good, but he has to perform. Yeah, let's hope that Checo can give a fight to Max, but also preferably other teams, right, fighting for P1. It already, what's up, mister? Already hit the trend line from the 14th of November to the 21st wick today, seeing upside. That's another extra confluence over here for the low, right? We got the 15-minute gap filled, which is a level here. The 618 is just below, and we have a little bit of a gap here as well. Now we had these little bullish CVD divergences, no? So over here, higher low in price. And if you do this from the green candle, this is your CVD high. Higher low, but on yellow, lower low. higher low, and on blue, lower low. No? So you got some bullish CVD divergences here. Now these local ones, these ones played out if price takes this high. And another thing, by the way, this is quite rare that you see this. Let's see if this continues. Wait, how long till the 5-minute candle is finished? 2.5 minutes. Okay. If the candle finishes green, but you get a move down, it shows there's more sellers than buyers in the green candle, which is an in-candle bullish CVD divergence. You don't see those too often, mainly on like very low time frames, if you see any, like 1, 3, 5. And the bigger bullish CVD, or bigger, I mean 5-min stuff, higher low, that's your target. But we did have some bearish CVD here at the top, but that already played out. So just above price, if price goes up, we have this gap, which is a 1-hour gap that I got here. So we got a 1-hour gap, and that can act as resistance. The moment you enter this gap and start closing inside, probabilities increase to move to the high of the gap. So yeah, and I mean in general it would be nice, right? I mean in the end we're looking for highest probability, as mentioned, is a corrective structure. It doesn't have to go to the box. It's just the main area of interest that I have, which would be nice. Because it's nice support, and we also just missed out on hitting the 618, which is quite annoying, and we didn't fill the 1-hour gap. Jeez. Okay. Papa, all good with you? Yeah, all good with me. All good with me. Quite a like interesting day. I got my program in front of me, my my daily planner, which I made in the morning, and worked on my trading psychology. Had a business meeting. Or a meeting with my business coach, and which I always enjoy, and of course now live here as well. In the train, did some reading. So yeah, it's been a good day, productive day. Can you possibly do Solana quick 1-hour time frame? I will at least write it down. Usually I don't really go, of course, over many other charts, but I at least write it down. If if you open the door, we're gonna get many charts. But oh wait, I wrote down 1 hour. We can have a look at the end. Tired of this price action? Yeah, it's slow grinding, but it increases probabilities to still take the high eventually. But I would like to see. Let me actually put an alarm here. I don't even know why I don't have an alarm. See what price does if it gets there. I also got an alarm up here, just below this blue box. Galaxy S20, how you doing? Welcome once again. I hope the stream works nicely for you without any lag this time. Right on top of the 786. Yes. Extra confluence. Thanks for the link. No problem, Seb. Diego, Perdi, Meus 5k doll. Okay, let's have a look. What this is. Everyone can have a little look here. I lost more than 5k, whatever that is. Keeping an eye on it. I will start by saying I'm sorry for your loss. $5, by the way. $5. Second, I'm not sure if he's like promoting something. So I'm gonna keep an eye. The second time I see the same message, I would have to do something. But if that's just $5, I mean, in some countries it can be a lot, right? I suppose. But yeah. Learn from the losses. Manifest. Big Kun, Big Red Loop. What's up? How you doing? Pop Alive. Kun, can you show how to get those daily point goals, weekly point goals? I know you have a video, yes, but when I go to the website, the settings are default and I can't get what you see. Probably because you don't have the website, you mean Atas. Atas. Oh yeah, my template, right? I can share my template in Discord. Because it's very easy. Wait, let me show you. So I now open Atas, 1 second here. because it opens with my details in the screen, like my other email. You can always send emails to kunstrading@outlook.com, but I have, of course, another email as well. And funny enough, I didn't register Atas with the Kunst Trading email. There we go. So it's connecting now. And we have to wait for it to start up. Give me a second here. There we go. Bloop. That's the sound when you start up Atas. It's loading. One, two, three. Initializing workspace. I know. Okay, there we go. So of course, the laptop is being used by the streaming software and stuff, so it's not as quick. Okay, there we go. Atas, chart, templates, and we click on OK. So I have two templates that I use, one for the daily, one for the weekly and the monthly. And this is the one for the daily. So if you then, you go to right click, go to indicators, no? And then the one you want to have is market profile and TPO, right? That's the one you need. So everything off, I mean bar timer, you can do the bar timer, but market profile, TPO, let me slowly scroll through here in case you want to very quickly set it up without the template. So you can stop the video and you can, just copy whatever you're seeing, of course. There you go. There you go. And up, up, up. There you go. And then each white line is a daily point of control, not necessarily naked. The naked ones are the ones you see at the end. However, not the one of yesterday. So this one doesn't count at the moment because you can see that today we traded through it. Right, you can see the white fluffy stuff, right? The wick went all the way up here, hit the point of control of yesterday. So even though it displays it on the right side, it's you don't look at that one. But here is the one, right? 36,500, daily naked point of control of this day. And if I then zoom out, of course, you can see more down here, no? So very interesting, very clean. Man, I love clean charts. And then we have the weekly and the monthly one, also in the daily time frame. And now you can see weekly and monthly naked point of controls, right? 34,450, 28,425. This is a monthly, which is purple. It's color coded, just like my horizontals on TradingView. So we still got the 34,450 one as on my chart, or Atas at least, it didn't wick into it. So I do keep an eye on this. If price comes down, remember in the potential flat, A, B, C, interesting support just below the wick. Or if we come down directly as an impulse, it could be nice to finish it and then move up. Current weekly point of control is this lower yellow line here, 36,975. And this weekly naked point of, or not naked anymore, will be removed tomorrow because this is the first day of the new week. And you can see we traded through this yellow bar. The current monthly point of control is the purple line, 37K. So yeah, I can share that in Discord. That's all right. That's no problemo. Just like with my CVD template is there as well and stuff. So yeah. Vasquez is the cop. Exactly. I'm a volume fan too. I don't know if it would if I would be looking at a flat or a bearish reaction. I like to wait after it hits targets. Yes, correct. Me too. So maybe just look at CVD. Yeah, CVD. Like the nice thing about CVD is it shows you what happens in the market. For everyone that doesn't know CVD, make sure to check the CVD video that I always talk about at the end of the short form content, not the live streams, but the videos. You know, it's and which I didn't say in the CVD video because I didn't have it yet. You can also go to Discord and download the CVD one pager if you don't want to watch. I mean, the video is very informative. Like and you can see the video here. Click here. It's the same link. So you can also just download the one pager, download my template, go to the link. We like Dario also made an Ethereum and a Solana template here as well. So good stuff in the Discord. Want to see the naked point of control hit and go long. That's a potential plan. Yeah, Mr. Bullish divergence forming on the 50-min RSI as well now. I never use RSI. Oh wait, how do I indicators? Oh, I don't even have it in RSI. Oops. Yes, that is correct. Lower low, higher low. I mean, it would be even better if we make another lower low and then another higher low. The damn box, right? I want to see the box hit. Hello, is it possible to have a flat in an ending or leading diagonal? No. That is not allowed. Only zigzag family structures like a simple zigzag, double zigzag, or triple zigzag. Of course, double and like triple is rare, double is less common, zigzag is common. We can't have a flat. We all fucking love it. Is there any possible way to get any haters on this channel? I mean, I don't even remember the latest one. We never had a hater, if you know what I mean, right? Like there's never been a hater on the channel. No, I can't remember any hater, because like people are always free to share opinions, and I will always reply respectfully to anyone commenting their insights or their opinion or their counts, because everyone has, you know, count differently or has a different experience, uses different confluences, different trading plan. So one always has to respect someone else's point of view. But we never really had a hater that comes out of nowhere and be like smashing everything down. And I mean, honestly, if we do, I'm very quick in just hide from channel. That's the button nowadays. You just hide from channel, and the hater can always like. So once you hide someone from your channel, they can still watch your content. They can still comment, but they don't know that I will never see another comment of them again, and no one else will ever see a comment on my YouTube channel ever again. So, you know, those are the people that are like chatting, but no one gives a fuck. But luckily, that didn't happen yet. You seem to not have any. I mean, I not with haters. I'm also very sharp on spam, but I have a great strategy to counter that. So, which works very nicely. Below my videos, you never see scammers in the comment section, right? And if you do, I'm very quick in banning and adjusting a little bit of the strat, but you'll never see scammers. So that the hater has to be so completely, you know, all it. That's not a thing here. It's an extremely low probability of playing out, and it's extremely rare. Exactly. We can talk in Elliott Wave terms. It's extremely rare. Like the haters are like the triple zigzags. You know, those are the haters. Yeah. I mean, I guess eventually, like once you grow, you'll eventually have people that will hate or disagree. Disagreeing is good. I mean, I don't mind. I love disagreeing and discussion because we can learn from each other's point of view, which I enjoy because I'm a curious person. I like data. I love new insights. That's why I always go through Discord as well, look at everyone's scenarios, and if someone has a scenario that I didn't yet think of, then I put their name in the video, right? Sometimes you see names in my content of people from Discord, and I show their chart and show their count, because either they had the same count that I thought of around the same moment, or maybe they had a count that I didn't yet think of, and I think it's a good one, so I put it in my chart, but I want to give them some props, right? So I put them in the content. So I love discussing and stuff, but haters, nah. But yeah, if we get a hater, it's very simple. I'm Dutch. I just click the button hide from channel line. I don't give a shit. We're very direct. We're easy. Just get the fuck out of here. Go annoy someone else. Well, actually, no. Go annoy yourself. You should not hate on someone putting effort in whatever they do on YouTube, right? Just imagine how sad your life must be if you're hating in the comment section of a YouTube video. Holy moly. You must have a sad life. Well, especially when you give both. Yeah, it's bearish and bull. Of course, if all of my counts would absolutely suck, people would have a great right to be either mad or... But even if no, actually that's wrong. Even if all the counts would suck and probabilities and all that would, like, every video not play out and I'm absolutely rubbish, there's no reason to ever hate. It's about positive feedback. Hey man, even though I have a different way of counting, here's what I think. Keep up, like, keep up the content or whatever. Everyone starts small. And everyone has to start somewhere. My videos in the past, or besides my videos, but also my Elliott Waves in the past was rubbish, right? Amateur. So there we go. Come on, just hit it during the live stream, please. Maybe. I'm laughing so much. Yeah. By the way, Papa, send me a message on Discord so I don't forget to send you the Discord Wait, why don't we just do it? Let's get it done. Am I gonna put it here? Let me put it. No. Where am I gonna put it? Let me put it in general, because I still want to make a video. 1 second. I have no idea what I'm gonna open if I click this. So, oh, it's on my other screen. Let me go to my, 1 second. I gotta go to my Atlas templates. Pop up. Trading, Atlas templates, and then we have 3 and 4. Yes. There you go. What's up, Papa? There you go. Got the templates. Yeah, I know, right? I know. I know. I will never, or try to. Disagree is great. Debates are amazing to learn and expand knowledge and see other points of view. Yes. Also other forms of technical analysis, and sometimes when I'm on a YouTube spree, I guess, it's nice to see other people's way of trading. I'm not talking about Moon Boys, like some serious channels, like actually serious stuff, not like Moon Boys, but actually people that know what they talk about. You can very quickly see who knows what they talk about and who's just randomly putting lines on the chart, right? But I like sometimes checking other forms of technical analysis. It's always interesting. There's thousands and thousands of ways to trade. Is there statistics for those rare patterns? Are they happening in certain bigger structures? Well, the higher the time frame, the even more rare the rare structures become. Like a WXYXZ triple zigzag on a very high time frame is even more rare than on the lower time frames. Of course, also has to do with time, because it takes so long for them to form, and they're already rare. So generally, you don't really see them. But are there statistics? Well, we do have in Discord. This guy. Oh, that was the wrong one. I want that one. We have the. Where is that? Oh wait, I remember. Elliott Waves, I think it is. So we do have some statistics here, Elliott Wave statistics, from a very well-known Elliott Wave statistics guru guy. So you can check that one out. It's not necessarily on Bitcoin, but markets in general. So I can recommend this this file here, which you find in the Elliott Waves channel. And if you get better in Elliott Waves and you read more, learn more, then you will very easily see, also by reading the book, that some structures are common, others are less common, and some are rare. So it's also something that comes with gaining the knowledge and not necessarily building all these statistics yourself every time. I've done in the past, early days, but it's difficult to build statistics on patterns that are very rare because you're rarely ever building the statistics, right? You don't get, you really get a chance. So yeah, generally the better you get, the more info you consume, the easier it becomes to know what's common and less common. Yeah. Ah, yeah, correct. Trade the files. Trade the plan. Hit the damn target box. I know, right? It's about time. Come to daddy. Lol. It would be nice to see the reaction a little bit, like, you know, on the lower time frames, if it hits. Like in my case, so I'm a very patient trader. In the past, I definitely was not. Sometimes can still struggle with it from a trading psychology point of view, but in the past, I learned my lessons of catching knives and all that stuff. So I eventually developed a strategy where I avoid catching knives. So for me, it always takes hours before I would enter any position. But nonetheless, it's always interesting to observe the reaction. And we've been looking at this box for a while now. Let's see what happens on CVD. Bearish CVD at the high here, of course, right? Yeah, we had some bullish one, but yeah. Also, oh, wait a minute. Also bearish one here. Lower high on price, a higher high on yellow, countering the bullish one. So bullish one was first, then the bearish one comes. That one now played out. So yeah, follow your plan. I do not have any limit order, any whatever. Just patiently waiting, see what we get. Look, it's already almost 9 p.m. Central European time. I always quit trading at 10, but I know based on statistics, 88% of my setups form at least after 4 hours. 58% of my setups form at least after 12 hours. And I think 34% of the setups form after a day. So I have time. I'm not trading Bitcoin, just here to learn from experience. What do you trade, Adrian? What markets are you in, like stocks or other things? Nichu, what's up, man? If you check the CVD from 22nd of November now, there's also a bullish CVD. Yeah, but I prefer to only look really at the CVD of on the right side, like this is the relevant, because we do have maybe bullish CVD with this, yes, but then I would prefer to see local strength. So, you know, instead of with this one, but yeah, bullish CVD. Let's have a look. So we could have a bullish CVD with that low, but I prefer to see the local strength. Yeah, we have on blue and on yellow. Correct. But for me, that's, you know, considering the days, it's quite a while ago that we made the pivot as well. 5 days now. So I would prefer to see local strength. CVD is best used on the local time frames. So local 15, 5, 3-minute time frames. Yeah. Go get some rest. Yeah, I was thinking about first of all, I have to call my dad for some brainstorming. Take a shower as well. Wait for my fiance to come home, as she is shopping with a friend after work, and then we're gonna have some nice soup. Because of course I wait for her for prepping dinner. The other day when I was live, someone entered the chat. I don't know, maybe it was Adrian. I'm actually not sure, and said, "Koen is still live. His fiance must be out of the door," which was correct. Which was correct. Not that she limits me in my streaming time, but because she loves what I do. I mean, she doesn't know exactly how everything works, right? But she loves how everything goes, and but she doesn't mind. Even if I stream the whole night, she won't care. But of course, I care. If she's here, I also want to spend time with her, and she likes to spend time with me. So we make some time for each other, of course. That's important. That's important. So yeah, definitely important. And now she's out chilling with a friend somewhere in Amsterdam. So Polka, 1 month on this game. Ah, I see. So 1 month active now. Wow. Wait, so you recently started trading, and you found this channel in your first month. That's impressive. Probably like the first thing that's what I had as well. Like the first thing when I YouTubed on trading channels and stuff, you always find the Moon Boys. Well, maybe we're gonna first test the gap anyway. A little bit more. Resistance, support, but I'm looking for this mainly. I mean, would be nice. Then observe the reaction. Yeah, I'll go when I go. I mean, I have to go soon. That's true. You spend time together when she's. Yeah, exactly. Jen Hart, thank you for your comment, man. Also, welcome here. Good to have you around. Vitalion or Vitalian. Always like Goku as your profile picture. Big Dragon Ball Z, or well, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, everything. Man, I really hope they make another like movie and stuff. Probably at Damkring smoking a fat one. Yeah, she probably went into a coffee shop, smoked some weed, sitting next to the canal, chilling with the weed, seeing like everything flying. The one channel remained. I like your methodology. Thanks, man. Wow, the one channel. That's a compliment. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. If you have questions, hit me up on Discord. But yeah, there's I think 2 other channels that I like to watch myself, which is Wills FX and Mac. Who's the other duty? Mac. Wills FX. Of course, he trades Forex, but I like his approach to trading. Oh, he actually put a new video online. Wow, look at the clickbait of my video. Oh my. Oh my. Do not click. So this is Wills FX. 51 hours ago. So I like his approach. Yes, he's a Forex trader. I don't trade anything else than Bitcoin. But he has some proper videos about making plans and that sort of stuff, which I like. And then we also have the Mad guy. Let me quickly find him. Oh wait, we also have Abdullah Rashid. He's a great one as well. Abdullah, cool dude. Oh, here, yeah, there you go. Mac Gray. Oh. And we have Umar. I don't like many of the others. I never watch. Jared Tendler, I do. But yeah, it's oh, and Trade Devils is good with Elliott Waves. Green Star Trading is good with Elliott Waves. But I have some stuff here that is, I don't even know. Like probably when you go through shorts, you sometimes click on subscribe instead of swiping. So you get these random shits like Animal Doozy. What the hell? You know what I mean? So yeah, Brooks Trading. Some dog, I think this is a dog channel and whatnot. I do watch Formula One, so that's interesting. But Imperfect Trader. I mean, he's very transparent, which I guess, you know, is his trading is not top notch, but his way of thinking can be fun. But his videos are so long. I don't really, the ones I always like to watch the videos of is Wheels FX, Green Star, Trade Devils, only the Bitcoin part if they do, Abdullah, Mac, Umar, bit on off, depends on the subject. Oh, Andy. I also follow Andy because, you know, I like to sometimes watch an Andy video because his approach is completely different as well, which I like, you know, a bit of inspiration, completely different thing. Jared Tendler for trading psychology. He is the author of The Mental Game of Trading. Not at all. I should actually just unsub this because I don't watch any Pro Traders Lounge. I just know some of the guys that like, you know, I know some of the people in Pro Traders, but I don't watch any of the content, which you'll see as well. So it's very empty. One video, two video, one here. Elliott Wave, you know, see Elliott Wave. You see what I look at, some of the Elliott Wave stuff, but it's very rare. They rarely upload as well, so I don't really watch anything. So, yeah. That's that, no. Some of the channels that I keep an eye on. But I don't really watch too many like YouTube videos of trading. Yeah. 1 second here. If it pushes through 36.5, maybe 36K. Well, the only real support would be this low, 36,250, possibly to wick. But below this, there's not too great support left. And then you have the double bottom at 35.5. So arguably, you have a little bit of an order block here. You have this low here, but it's not the greatest support. It can act as support, but then again, it's about observing the reaction even more so than here, because here there's some valid levels. Value area high, a low, daily naked point of control, but then, you know, low becomes very attractive if you feel, unless we see some strength again. No? So yeah. Redas Knez, thanks. I appreciate your kind words. I'm glad you liked them. I'm glad many of you enjoy the content. At the beginning, there's always this, I guess, a little bit form of doubt, like, will people like it? You know what I mean? When you just start out. Actually, I didn't really start. I started out because people wanted to, in some Discord channels, ask me like, hey, can you explain this? Because we see your charts, but we don't get it. And that's when eventually I uploaded some videos, and that's eventually when I made a bit of a plan like a business, not really a business plan. It was never meant to be, and still is not meant to be necessarily business, but it becomes serious if you grow. I never expected to grow this quick, and now here we are, 5.1 something K subs, right? Like, holy moly, I don't know. It just happened. But here we are. Are you waiting for one more upside before the wave 4? Well, we are already in a big wave 4, arguably still in a big wave 4. That's the higher probability at the moment. And then we're still looking for a 5 to the upside. Yeah, we're going on expanding flat. 36.5, 39.7, plunge to take the double bottom. Yeah, that would be the greatest scenario. Yes, there are probabilities, but it's way too early to call. But as explained earlier, this would be the greatest thing. The Z part is the best. Yeah. I mean, come on, the Z. That's where, like, I don't know. I'm 31. Everyone grew up around my time with Dragon Ball Z. Holy, it's such a good like story with Gohan and Cell. Just a pity that eventually Gohan developed into the nerd instead of the character he was, the fighting spirit inside of him, becoming Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. And yeah, what a great moment, man. Wait, did I see that? Do you smoke? Do you smoke sometimes? No, I don't smoke. I have tried weed once. I mean, I guess, you live in the Netherlands, you got to try it once. But no, I don't smoke at all. Do you know chart champions? I've heard about Daniel, yes. So I know who they are, but I don't watch their stuff. Josh, I'm new to futures and technical analysis, but enjoying the learning process. Put 100 in last week to test the waters, sitting at 200 right now. There you go. Good job, man. In your first, week did you say? In 1 week. One tip, though, which is by no means financial advice. Oh, shit. Apparently, YouTube put some... I think YouTube just put some ads in. I just got in the corner of my eye, I saw ads inserted, which YouTube tends to do randomly. So let me give you guys a few seconds here before I answer this. So hopefully the ads are finished. Probably they are now, I suppose, if you click the button. But so one tip. Starting your trading career with winning is one of the worst things that can happen to you. Hopefully you'll never find out why. Because the thing is that if you start with wins and you become confident without maybe really having too big of a plan, and with confidence comes potential, greedy comes, and that's when the risk goes up and the losses become bigger eventually. So, and I started with a big win, by the way, it was ridiculous. Put my whole savings in there, holy moly, which I had at the time. Man. Probably the biggest winner and the most stupid trade I have ever done, period. But the thing is, if you start with a winner, that's when the charts might grab you later. So the winner is great. You doubled the money. Personally, no financial advice, right? Like if you're sitting at 200, why not take the initial investment out and use the $100 you won as lesson money? And make a plan, build a strategy, use all the tools in TradingView and stuff, and build a plan, build a strategy, and keep the confidence that you have now, but like niche down, like put that confidence into a structure, a trading plan, and not just in I go long or short, but have like, something. And then I think you can translate your confidence, your great first week, into a great long-term consistent career, because that's the challenge. Oh, ow. Kind of imperfect. Yeah, he lost the 2-point-something million challenge he did, unfortunately. Yeah, correct. Trade Devils doesn't really go into low time frame stuff. They tend to be on the higher, and they do stuff with the indicator partner, which I'm not interested in, but purely Elliott waves. Yeah, they good. I like that. Yes, I know Younes. We definitely early days when I started learning as well, and I knew, like, I got in touch with Younes through some friends. So yeah, we talk, like, more in the past though. Haven't really been. Once I got better and we kind of like separated in ways, but I know very well who he is. Yeah, he lives in Belgium. Neighbors. Mister, do you know if you can view the old Dragon Ball stuff somewhere? Yes. Ooh, but where? Oh, I must have a link somewhere. Let me have a look here. I got the old Dragon Ball stuff. Once upon a time, I had this website. I'm not sure if I saved it because, you know, I watched everything. Honestly, probably you're going to find it very quickly. No, it's not in my folders. Just Google on, you know, Dragon Ball Z episode, like, or just Dragon Ball Z online, and you'll find so many websites that provide you the content for free without like any account necessary and stuff. That's where I view Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT, like, on a website. And then after I finished GT, Super came out, which was perfect timing. Okay, that's much love, mate. Smoky love. Maybe my question wasn't really through out. I meant if we wicked or closed below the target box, is that more a bearish reaction? I'm not experienced enough with specific levels. Yeah, so the target box is an area of confluence. It's no problem to wick below, but preferably you're not going to see candles close below. If candles close below, preferably price comes back up and starts closing candles above again, maybe even a back test, and then continue. So best case scenario, you wick inside, close above, la-di-la. But, you know, there's no problem closing candles here, but the moment you really go below the box, you want to, you know, I want to wait for price to come back up, really, preferably. I feel is trading more like a provocation for you. Trade only Bitcoin, then dreaming of Dubai and Lambos. I've been to Dubai. I've driven Lambos. You know, so the other day someone asked me a question which I think was quite on point. He said, would you only be a trader? Think about the question. It was not the exact words, but would you only be a trader? Now, I answered the question with, I think that would be very boring because I'd be very lonely. Of course, you have a community, but only trading, what you often see is people that get money from trading put it into businesses. And then they're also busy with businesses or investments or real estate or that sort of stuff. You know, I believe that the best traders don't flash their stuff. They focus on trading. They don't need to show the Lambo, the whatever, like, you know, they don't need it. They focus on purely the, like, I want to say content, but of course flashing stuff is also content. More like they stick with their guns. They stick with what makes them that, right? So for me, besides trading, I love doing some other stuff. I'm involved in the gaming and esports industry for 17 years. I was a professional gamer, turned television host, speaker, got a business there as well. So I'm a global keynote speaker. If you Google my name online, you'll see my agencies as well, like the agents I have. I have another business. You know, I like to spend time on that business as well. And then I have a trading strategy that I've developed that I can trade next to the other stuff I do. So it's a strategy that won't give me many setups a month, but I don't need many setups a month. On average, it's between like 8 to 20 setups in a month, 1 to 3 RR, 60, 70, usually 65, 70% win rate. You know, I might not take every setup because I might be in an airplane, or I might be with friends, or with my fiance, or with my family, or whatever it is. But when I'm behind my PC, I'll take the setup. You know, over 100 trades, it will average out anyway. So, yeah, for me, trading is it's one of the things I enjoy doing. Besides also the other stuff I enjoy doing, because I would not be able to only trade and do that. But everyone for themselves, it wouldn't be my cup of tea. Wow, that's very English, no? So yeah, Nicole, welcome. Would enjoy. Oh wait, those are coins, I guess. First of all, Nicole, welcome, and thanks for the kind words. For now, in this, we're almost, you know, I almost gotta end, but possibly I will write them down. I can have a look after the video at least, but we won't do any KLV kudos. Wrote them down. I don't know KLV and kudos, never heard about those, so it can be funny to watch maybe after the video or another time at least. But thanks for being here. How many pull-up can you do in a row? On a good day, I can do 12, but 10 is not a problem. Oh shit! I gotta keep it. I just saw it. I gotta be quick here because comments are coming in. Eh? Pop-up, also 31. You, oh my. One Piece. Oh, I don't follow One Piece. Netflix really showed me insanely. And the Netflix Real Action he showed me is insanely really good. Real Action, Netflix Real Action. I don't know what that is, but everyone has their own interest, right? Need to retire. My ladies are waiting for me. Good night. Good night, Adrian. Thanks for being here. Nicole, you are surprised you have 5K, you will have 100K in no time. Your analysis is the best I've seen on YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, it's like, you know, like you have the analysis part and the trading part, and the trading part is of course the psychology part as well. And it's all about consistency, no? Having a plan, having a strat, having consistency. How much have you made in crypto? I do not answer any monetary or things I own type of questions. My wrists, always when live streaming, my wrists are also completely empty. Todd Bird, welcome. Welcome. Seeing some new names here, that's always fun as well. Of course, I always love the people that come back, right, as well. Love your analysis. Haven't seen a better Elliott Wave technician. Your explanations and probabilities assessments help me enormously to add confidence to my traditional trading strategy. Now, first of all, Todd, thank you. Secondly, nice that you have a trading strategy. That's what I really enjoy to hear. You've developed your trading strategy, or you have a trading strategy. And of course, Elliott Waves can be an additional confluence, let's say. And I appreciate the kind words. That's very kind of you. Happy for you to be here. You're one of the first 5K 150. I have no idea how many subs we are, like 5,150 we were when starting the video. Early days, but thanks. I appreciate it. Love to read it. And I especially love to read the fact you got a trading strategy. So important. What's the best way to learn Elliott Wave theory? First of all, I would always recommend starting with free stuff. And there's, I think 2 or 3. I don't know if I removed the simple one, but there's at least 2 links in the description that give you 2 links to Elliott Wave websites. The first one is this one, which is the detailed Elliott Wave link, right? Which is this one over here. And just read through this so you understand what you're going to be looking at once you see these type of things. Because this website is great. Gives you common, less common, rare targets and stuff, right? By the way, the diagonal is updated. I spoke about it in the previous stream. Rules have changed. I will cut that piece out and upload it as a separate video of the live stream. So this is a great website. And then you have this one as well, Elliott Wave Tough, where you have, like, you know, also more detail as well, that they go into time, and it's a very detailed. This is when you really go into the detail, right? Start with the other one though. That is what I would recommend. By the way, everyone that just joined, the analysis bit is at the beginning of the video. This stream, I should say. Pape. E2, E4 trade. Actually, I remember your chart champions in 2021. You studied there. I'm not sure if that's the same person, but possibly. Possibly. Another Koens in chart champions. Anyone? Redas, tell a story about your win. Oh, my crazy loss and win. Holy moly, what's happening? Hi from France. Tell a story. Yeah, so the big win, right? The big win that I had is, I remember it very well. Okay. Short story time. We got to go to ETH for this one. Short story, because I know this, and some people may have heard it. Okay, I can find the exact day I had my win. Funny enough, my first trade ever was on ETH, and it was this day, the 3rd of January 2021. That's where it all started. Okay, in a nutshell, early December, I was asked to host a television program about the financial markets in the Netherlands. I said yes, but I didn't know shit about the financial markets, especially crypto, by the way. It was mainly focused on crypto, hence Bitcoin, hence I had to study it. So I went to Binance Academy. Eventually got into the charts, learned about the charts, learned about Ethereum and Bitcoin, all that stuff. And yeah. The more I learned, the more I was like, yeah, it sounds like, you know, great. Open the charts. I don't know any shit about technical analysis. Put all my savings into that account, which at the time was like, I don't know, like 19K or something. And I was like, why keep it on the bank? You know. So what did I do with my unexperienced? Again, it's the biggest win I ever had. I mean, I should frame that differently, actually. It's not the biggest win I ever had. It was the biggest win I ever had. Where, because that was in my first year, by far the biggest. So I even know my entry. My entry was 975. My stop loss was 867. So wait, let's make this red, let's make this green. So I'm like, okay, this trading thing, you know, I'll just put my money in. I was leveraged. I don't even know anymore what I was leveraged, but I know my liquidation was this. This was my liquidation, not my stop loss. It was my liquidation. I had a, I think it was like a 3K position, but in leveraged, margined with the whole account, and I have no idea what I did. But literally I entered the trade in the evening. Oh wait, here, this day. So we were at friends, my fiance and I, now fiance, we traveled back by train. I opened TradingView on my phone. I saw Ethereum pumping. I was like super emotional. I got to be part of this. So on the train station, I walk out the train, right? Go sit on the bench in the train station. I open my laptop, enter the trade with the whole crazy leverage thing, right? I had no clue. I just entered. I didn't even know how, like, leverage. I only knew my liquidation was here. I'm like, okay, so don't do this, right? I entered the position. I was so nervous. I had difficulty to close my laptop down and then walk home, which we did. You know, it was a 10-minute walk where we used to live in Amsterdam from the train station. And then we were home at like 10 p.m.-ish. Like the trade was entered in the evening here on this day, the 3rd of Jan. I was awake till 4 a.m. in the morning because I could not close the laptop because I was so full of emotion. And price just kept going around here, like up, down, up, down, up, down, going to like almost 1K, going down again. And eventually at 4 a.m., my fiance was already sleeping, of course, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Either I lose or I win. I'll figure it out tomorrow morning. I went to bed, did not set an alarm. I woke up in the morning, grabbed my phone, checked the chart, saw that the price was at 1.7. So this is the next day, right? It was open in the morning, early Central European time, somewhere here, right? Somewhere there. And on my phone, I was like, with my eyes, I was like, whoa. Of course, my little bit greedy kicked in, so price dropped a little bit to like 140 or something. And that's when I closed because I was like, oh, I got to get the fuck out of here, right? And that's when I bagged enough profit to then buy one full Bitcoin and a bit. And then because of my inexperience, I lost I lost everything again. Oh, the good old times. Because of course the first trade was a banger. So you think you're a boss, which you're not. You're an absolute noob. So then in this range, and we go a little bit further in time, look, and my ETH trade was here. And then I got the money, I sat on it for a bit, price, like I eventually somewhere here, I then bought like one full Bitcoin and I lost it all there, all the profits and a little bit. That's the moment when I was like, I might actually want to study something about trade. That's when I started about Elliott Waves as well, this area here. So end of Jan, early Feb. That's when my Elliott Wave journey began, studying trading related stuff, no? And yeah, you know, the rest is history. But that was the biggest trade, or not the biggest trade. That was the first, and back in the day, especially my first year, the biggest trade that I've ever done with all my savings. Oh man, I was so fucking stupid. But yeah, you know, I had no idea. So there you go, story time. When did you? Oh well, when did you? There you go. I answered this question as well. Around like February that year, 2021. TV in the 90s. Yeah, we're 90 kids, or at least I'm 90 kid. What's up, Rootswear Farms? How you doing? Yeah, Younes. I know Younes personally, but yeah, I'm not like involved with any CC stuff there. My biggest loss. Well, that would be, I mean, honestly, the biggest loss would be in that same time period, in that range. Oh, not that one. Because I was, look, I was an absolute amateur. My first trade ever was an insane win. And then I couldn't cope with price moving down. That's when emotions kick in. I was too inexperienced. I had no emotional strength with the charts. And when you see stuff like this is when you give it all back, when you're inexperienced because you have no fucking clue what's happening. So I lost everything here and a little bit more. Yeah. So that would be my biggest loss, which was over 3 trades. I lost everything and a little bit over 3 trades because I couldn't cope with the emotions back in the day. Yep. Oh boy, how far we've come. Oh, we answered that question. Good day, 12. Normal day, 10. Where do you live in the Netherlands? In Gouda. 12 is good. Practice makes perfect. I've done a 42-kilometer obstacle run, which is the reason why I have that thing, because I needed strength in my upper body. And I go to the gym almost every day as well. So that's, of course, good. But this medal over here is a marathon. Wait, where's it written again? Oh, there. So you could probably read it. 42 kilometers and 100 obstacles. The toughest marathon in the world. I did that one in June, the 17th of June, prepared for half a year. Gymming, fitness. And yeah, managed to pass it in 6.5 hours. Probably the toughest thing I've ever done. Holy moly. But hey, we got the medal. But I always, this is important, trading psychology, I always got the medal on my desk. Not because it, not necessarily because of reaching the finish line. I mean, partly, but mainly because of what went into it to reach the finish line, which is the same as in trading. Patience, dedication, consistency, Yeah. Do you still have plans to share your trading strategy? I do in Diamond, which is in below the button, the memberships, and many in Diamond trade. So Diamond is teaching my strat, which people can use. That's absolutely fine, which they do very nicely. I don't know if Jarvis, Lucas is here. They use it all the times, but and they have great statistics as well, which is good to see. But you also have other people that develop their own strategy, which is important in Diamond, is helping people to create their own thing, because creating your own will always be the best, because it's completely your thing based on your risk appetite, your lifestyle, your the favorite tools you like to use, your own statistics. You really understand it. And but yeah, I mean, people do very well with my strat. Some even do better because they trade altcoins with it, which I don't. I only trade Bitcoin. But then Jarvis in the group trades altcoins as well. He does Ethereum, Rune, Solana, and Bitcoin with my strategy. And he does, because he uses more stuff, he actually does better than I do, which is very impressive. Because he has more trades, so more wins as well. Also more losses, but because the win rate is about like 60, 70 usually, it adds up. But yeah, big focus is also helping people to create their stuff. And TXM is a great example of developing his own strategy, his way of thinking. He always updates us in the group about his style as well. It's very, very good to see. Smoky Love, thanks for being here as well. Sorry, yeah, bad question. There's no bad questions, always good questions. Bonsoir, very good job. I enjoy your full option description. Long, mid, and micro. Where to find percentage of all the waves? I mean, there is a general statistics file here, or general, it's not like easy to find, but Jay-Z and the group shared this one, and I shared it with the group, which I was allowed to do as well. It's not his statistics, but it's from a very well Elliott Wave statistics guy. And then in general, the more experienced you become in Elliott Waves, the easier it becomes to know what's common, less common, rare. So it's also experience. Hi from California. Nice. I was in California just over a year ago with my fiance. Started San Francisco, then moved to Pebble Beach because I had to speak at an event in Pebble Beach for Capgemini. Beautiful. Then Pebble Beach, which of course is Monterey, got engaged at Carmel by the Sea, went to Santa Monica, Los Angeles, ended in Vegas, and then we flew back home. Very nice. One of the best trips ever. What do you think of the YouTube channel, Moko? You are the only two I follow. Sharpen Chris for a good laugh. I mean, I know his channel as well. I don't watch his videos. I just know who he is. And I think it's very impressive how he runs the channel from a business point of view. I think the amount of content is hurting his analysis in just like accuracy and rules. Like some of the rules in videos are not respected, or it just doesn't make sense from a time-wise perspective, or there's just a couple of things that just do not line up if you know Elliott Waves very well, both time, price-wise or pattern-wise. But I think that his success and the way he builds the channel from a business point of view, if you look at him, how he did it, incredible. He works so hard as well with all the videos he produces, but I think that's at the same time the problem. Because of the amount of content, the quality goes down. It's like the quantity versus quality balance. And I think, and that's another, I suppose, reason why I made my channel, which in general, if you go to Elliott Wave YouTube land, many channels do not follow the rules of Elliott Waves exactly. They show general stuff, but if you know Elliott Waves, you can see what goes wrong. And that for me was a big motivation as well, to build a channel where rules are priority, where rules are respected and talked about, and where I show the pools and show the things while my fiance is home in half an hour. Okay, so keep messaging me. Home at 22. Okay. We'll shower before. But so I'm very inspired by him. He is an inspiration to me on how he builds his channel. It's an incredibly lean channel, the way he set it up, with the thumbnails, with the title, right? The way he records the videos. And I took lessons from him on how to build a YouTube channel, if you know what I mean. Well, not how to build a YouTube channel, but how to keep it lean, a lean channel. So I think that is inspirational. The way he built it is inspirational as well. He's 150k subs or something is inspirational as well. It's amazing what he has achieved. I just think his success is now, I think Rondelwa mentioned it once very nicely, where the success becomes the problem. So many coins and stuff to make content about that it becomes very difficult to be very specific, to the point, follow all the rules, because you don't have the time to think for hours on a chart and really go through it in detail. So I think amazing channel, but I don't follow or watch the content. But I used him as an inspiration of how to build a lean channel. And then, you never know if people are going to like my content. I don't know, but I at least learned some lessons from how he built his channel, which for me, he's more an inspiration, but I don't really follow the Elliott Wave content, because quite often you will see that things don't make sense from a rules perspective. So, but he's so, and that's no biggie, right? But like what he does is amazing. That's what I wanna say. And he still does Elliott Waves, and still, of course, scenarios and stuff can play out. But if you know the nitty-gritty, you will realize where also certain things don't match anymore. And that's a danger in Elliott Waves. People that do certain waves and have a certain scenario, and price, the expectation is, price is going to move to the upside. And then it moves to the upside. And even though the count is wrong that they had, The result is good, and that is the danger of Elliott Waves, where you'll be like, hey, I was correct here, but the count is wrong, if you know what I mean, right? Very often this happens with triangles. People see the shape of a triangle, and the first thing they think is it's a triangle. But from an Elliott Wave point of view, 9 out of 10 times it is not a triangle. It's a WXY corrective structure, and that is why you see so many fake outs with triangles. Because triangles have very, very specific rules from an Elliott Wave perspective, which is always what I talk about in case we think about a triangle, right? We talk about the rules here on the channel so that you also learn about Elliott Waves while watching a video of Elliott Waves, so that you get better and smarter into Elliott Waves yourself as well, which is an important goal that I have, is to help people get better. And that's why in my videos I also talk about the pools that I do, and I talk about the why of a scenario, right? Why is this one higher probable than the other one? I explain, I go through detail, it's pulled from this to this, it retraced here, this is the volume, and that is how we then end at the probabilities, which hopefully helps people, in some way. So yeah, amazing guy, amazing channel, amazing approach to creating the channel, very inspirational. That's how I like to summarize his way of building the channel. Elliott Wave wise is good, but not great. It's fine, but not amazing, if you know what I mean, right? It's just some rule stuff. But you'll only notice that if you know Elliott Waves. So TPI template is in general. I put it in general. I have to put it in good to know another time, but I actually want to make a video about it. Nice confluence. This guy. I like that one, Tradicus. Nice confluence. Good one. I'm going to make a screenshot about that one. No, I'm going to send that one to my fiance later. There we go. Screenshot made. Nice. Yeah, exactly. I had no idea, man. I had no clue. I eventually I just lost. I was like, fuck it, So yeah, that's the story. That is the story. We all paid a learning fee. Oh boy, did we? I did. I'm a personal trainer. Let me make you a program. You're a personal trainer. Yeah, let's go. I do want to actually grow a little bit in both legs and upper body. Still be a bit more muscular. Not too much, because the more weight I carry, the less I lose agility and speed. But I also need that during obstacle runs as well. But so I wanna bulk a bit more in upper body, especially the pulling, because that's important with obstacle runs as well, right? Like weight pulls, like arms, chest, back. My core is automatically trained because of doing the upper body stuff, but I also sometimes have core days. And especially the muscles also in my legs are important for the endurance. You do not, of course, only, as you know, you don't only train your legs by running. It's actually the muscles that will carry you to 42 kilometers. It's you got to train in the gym to get proper muscles, especially during obstacle running with all the climbing and stuff. Yes, sports I think is very important, or also stuff outside of trading. I'll send you a routine according to your goal. Of course, I would like to check biomechanics, but I'm not there to help you. Yeah, I in the gym we don't have a biomechanics like thing where you stand on and they track. I have a very low body fat percentage, I know, in general, because I've always done a lot of sports, so I've been always very, very active. So yeah, we can chat about it in Discord for sure. What's the stop loss you think Bitcoin long? Depends on your plan, my friend. Depends on your plan. You need a plan with a strategy, with a stop loss target and an idea as well. Wait, my target boxes are off. There we go. Ta-da. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I do at least want to mention it for people that haven't yet seen it. But for the ones that do like to try and maybe get some money for Christmas, in the link also in the description, the first 50 signups get 100 USDT, but we already have like 30 something, and you can trade with it without any risk. It's just from BingX. So you can use it 10x leverage. You get the profits, they cover the loss. You know, it's their voucher money. So 10x leverage, you can have 1,000 position up or down. If you get something, congratulations, you know. But it's only the first 50, and I actually don't really know how far we are, but I just at least wanted to let you know for the ones that are still sticking around. You can also get more trading stuff with the 11K things after registering, but that's this one up here. Both of the links are in the description as well. Just getting that out there for people that want to have a look. I never really enjoy talking about it, but I got messages from people that were really happy that campaign was there and that they actually made a nice profit as well. So they said, like, man, you really got to mention this in streams or maybe even in a video. I don't really like to do it in videos, but yeah, based on the feedback I got in some DMs, I'm like, let me at least mention it. I just thought about it. Do you think there will be a sell-off right after going up when the ETFs get approved? Depends on the waves, really. So I don't follow any Bitcoin fundamentals as well, interestingly. So I have no idea what's going on in the world of ETFs. I know they're working on ETFs because it's difficult to not think about ETFs when the whole industry talks about ETFs. So I'm updated with what's happening with Bitcoin and ETFs because of the group in Discord. But I don't know when the halving is. I don't know, you know, really ETFs. I follow the waves and the probabilities there. But usually, I guess the quote typically is buy the rumor, sell the news. You know, I mean, how amazing would that be? ETFs approves. You get probably what you're going to get. ETF is approved. You're going to get this. Boom. And then it will slowly go down, 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 give it all back, and then we just continue where we were. That's my expectation with that news, I suppose. Yeah, like you go up and then you plunge because people will be buying. They see the move to the upside. They'll be, oh, missing out, and then oops. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it's all, but that's the balance, like in general, right? Quality, quantity. And I only focus on Bitcoin, which of course helps. Sometimes I do altcoins, like on YouTube live streams or in a silver stream or something, but or coin coverage in gold, which I used to do every week. But generally, Bitcoin is the focus. If I would do another coin, I would add another channel, right? Specifically for that altcoin, Ethereum, whatever other coin. But that will double the work, and that's the problem. I don't have the time because I'm a global keynote speaker. I got my educational business, like, you know, I got stuff to do. I only trade Bitcoin myself, really. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that one, but like that's the type of stuff you never see coming. Of course, you kind of, as long as money is on an exchange, it's always at risk, but you don't really see it coming, right? It was kind of out the blue. Pop, I have a routine. Biomechanical for movements to see what exercises are good for your body composition. Hey, what is up, Umar? Papa, thanks for helping out. Welcome, first of all, to the channel. Good to have you here. And the analysis, you can find it at the beginning of the video. So Papa is correct, yeah. Like after the countdown, and then probably five minutes after we start talking about Elliott Waves and the analysis bit, we're now in the chatting section. Yeah, the biomechanical, yeah, good one. I mean, I can always like try exercises, you know, that maybe it's like I can film an exercise and then send the video to you, for example. Maybe that helps. But Papa, where do you live? Even where you're from? Like any country nearby or the other side of the world or something? I have to say, was in a lot of trading groups. CC 1 week in gold now here. I'm amazed by how frequent and organized your content is. Thanks. Yeah, like. First of all, I appreciate, like, of course, like Tradica's becoming a member. We spoke to one another, so thanks for joining, of course, once again. Amazing that you're part of it. But I love structure. I'm a very structured person myself as well, and especially with gold, I love feedback as well. And at the beginning, we did 3 streams a week: coin coverage Monday, Wednesday Q&A, Friday feedback. Eventually, it was mainly about gold is now the Elliott Wave course, basically, right? Because, you know, it was too many streams and people were mainly in gold to learn Elliott Waves, which I didn't say earlier. I think someone asked, I think Nicole, like, where do you learn Elliott Waves? I always say start with the free stuff. I'm not really a salesman or promoter, but gold membership is the Elliott Wave course. So if you just go through the content in 1 month, and you know you have your Elliott Wave knowledge in 1 month of membership, which is $25. So probably that's of course what you then have here. Besides then the coin coverage and the other streams with the altcoins and stuff. But I like to organize stuff in playlists and just try to make it as clear and good as possible. As soon as I have time to study your courses, we'll join Diamond for sure. You're welcome, man. Diamond is such an active group. It's a great group of people. There's so much happening all the time in Diamond over here. So they keep talking. Let's see, 16 people are now online. I don't know out of my head how many people are actually in. Funny enough, it doesn't show you the offline people, only the online ones. But yeah, it's a great look at it, like great group. This is all from this evening as well, so yeah, it's quite impressive. It's just a fun bunch, and they're all in it. We're all in it together. We're like a team, and for mentoring and coaching. Yes, which is part of helping people to develop their strategy. It's not one-on-one, right? Like. But it's what we often do, which I really enjoy in Diamond, is chilling in the chatting, chatting section. So we have Bitcoin TA, right? The general group here, no? And then you have silver, you got the gold. But in the chatting here, this is I really enjoy just sitting and chatting with the group, webcam on, and others potentially webcams on, and we just chat. And people can ask questions, and it's different than YouTube, of course. So yeah, it's fun stuff, and it's also focused on helping people creating their strategy, or they can learn about mine because I teach mine as well. Umar, a pleasure, mate. A pleasure. Umar Hayat, where you're from, by the way? Where are you viewing from? What country in the world? Argentinian. I live in Ireland. But in February, I'm moving to Tenerife. Yeah, look at him go. Global citizen, Argentinian, living in Ireland, rainy, right? I believe, Ireland. And then moving to Tenerife. Now, that sounds very nice. That sounds very, very nice. Ireland in Spain. Oh, wait, that's around the corner. Yo, let me tell you, we might actually maybe meet up at the end of next year, because my fiance wants to get involved in real estate. She's very passionate about real estate. It comes from her dad, and she wants to start her company in real estate and, you know, build a portfolio and that stuff, and maybe work in the industry, either get a job or start herself. She's thinking about it, but in Spain, there's an amazing real estate group, and she's part of that group. And yeah, possibly instead of France, we might go to Spain for a couple of years, where she can build and get knowledge and experience, and then we can always go to France still. So yeah, we'll be neighbors. Nahom Getachew. I'm Nahom from Ethiopia. I guess this means good evening. I'd be interested in learning what this means. Hindi from a person who posts or comments on Facebook without realizing what he wrote or without realizing the context or meanings of his words. I bet it's not that, but it's a funny explanation. Anyway, mate, welcome. Good to have you here. Really appreciate your effort. Thanks for jumping here in the live stream, Nahom. Good to have you here, man. So I am Nahom from Ethiopia. That's probably what I missed. I thought Nahom was like good evening or something. That's why it said Bible in Google just now. I see. Okay, it was your name. I am Nahom from Ethiopia. I get it now. First of all, thank you, Nahom, as well, and good evening, man. Welcome on the channel. Welcome on the channel. It's a Bible name. Oh, there you go. The Bible himself joining here. It would be such an honor. Tenerife is one of the 7 Canary Islands. What was your reason for moving to Tenerife, Papa? This guy, he knows. He knows. I was a Trackmania professional, for the people that don't know. So from 2007 till 2018. I played professionally in Trackmania, 3rd of the world at the World Championships back in the day. And Deep Fear is a track where there's no checkpoints and it's like a big tower. The inspiration came from Only Up, or the game where you're sitting in that pot with your thing and you go up and up and up and up, and if you fall, you can fall all the way back to the bottom. It's basically the same, but in Trackmania, where you like go up and up and up with your race car, of course, but if you drop, there's the probability you go all the way down, and you fail. And that's the track called Deep Fear, but I'm not that active as a driver in Trackmania anymore. I still follow the industry, I follow what's happening, but I'm rarely ever playing games nowadays. So I haven't done Deep Fear myself, to be honest, but I have, I've seen Spam, I've seen Virtual, I've seen others completing Deep Fear, yeah. Grimace, what's up, dentist? Sorry for now. We'll keep an eye on Bitcoin. My fiance is almost here as well, so might actually want to have a shower. I'm on Discord voice if you feel like it. I'll wait, you're probably in the lower channels, but I have to go soon and then shower. But let's you can also send me a DM if you want. That's all good, and we can have a chat. What's up, TXM? Like TXM, he's one of the guys building his strategy. He's building. I mean, your strategy is amazing, using stuff with Heikinashi and whatever it is, and very, very good. A lot of trades as well in a month. High win rate, very impressive. So he's one of the diamonds working on the strat. It's amazing to see what kind of win ratio and stuff you do. LFG, Guil Iglesias, welcome. I don't know what LFG means. My reason, the weather, the food, and the people. I'm from Argentina. I speak Spanish, sick of English and rain. Oh yeah, the rain. That is one of the reasons we are looking to move as well. My fiance is, of course, South African. So she's from Cape Town, and the Netherlands, not a great place to be weather-wise. Country-wise, it's great. But, I'm a global citizen. I don't really care. As long as it's safe. That's all I care about. Hey, Koens, can you show how you get the NPOC on your screen? I cannot get it at the same place as in your video. I see. So there's a couple of ways, by the way, to do naked point of controls. First of all, would be to just go to the day. And then you take a volume profile from the beginning of the day, which I think now is 1. I think because the days changed, it's 1. Wait, let me check. Let me check here. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. now because time changed. So from 1 to 1. So this is one way to find the point of control, right? This one is a little higher, 36,544 here. Then there's an indicator. The only reason I save it is because I want to show people it sometimes, which is this one, Leviathan, market sessions and volume profile. I don't use it myself, but I like to show it to people. So here, again, this red line, point of control of the day. And you can see all the red lines are the point of controls as well. And I then use ATAS myself, where I have the templates of ATAS shared in general here just now. Because if you go back in the video just a bit, you will see my screen becomes dark. So if you're going through the YouTube timeline of this stream, just go back like, I don't know, 30 minutes and try to find for a part of the video where my screen turns black. That is the part where we talk about these templates of ATAS that you can download in general if you want. And I show how to find the levels, because that's how I got to this. I use ATAS in the morning to find the point of controls, and you can download my template there. So yeah, that's those are some of the ways. People here drink a lot. I can't relate. Yeah, I know. It's known, right, with Irish people generally. Why did you even move from Argentina to Ireland? Like, must have been work related or something. It's not really a country that comes to mind first, I suppose. Tovich, hello, bro. What's up? How you doing? Welcome. Oh wait, you literally answered the question. To meet your mom. I didn't know her when I was born. My parents got divorced. A big court case she lost. She went away to Spain because she's Spanish. Ah, I see. I mean, that's a very, very valid reason, I suppose. It's nice that you met up with her. So that is nice. Mexican living in Dublin, Ireland. Hey, there you go. We got people here. You guys can meet up at a cafe, see who drinks the most. One day I want to have at least a second home in Madeira. Beautiful island. My fiance is now obsessed with the island as well. She's like, oh, that's such a nice island. For our honeymoon, we're planning to go to St. Lucia, which is East Coast America. Beautiful island as well. And Madeira is definitely on our list to visit. And, you know, who knows one day. One grimace equals 1 Bitcoin. I don't know what a grimace is. 1 Bitcoin. Bro, give us information about... Okay, what we're going to do now is beautifully... You get a second chance. Because I'm not sure if it's spam or not. But if it's spam, next time you get a ban. I'm very easy. Don't have time for that shit. Let us know. What do you think about my plan? Long the NPOC, TP1, 37.8, 37.9. I can't really judge plans because it should be based on your way of trading and your strategy. Most importantly, at least you have an area of confluence, right? It's a support resistance area. So that at least you have an area of confluence, which can always be a valid area for a long, depending on the reaction, right? Preferably, I mean, it's personal choice, but I like to wait for the reaction and, you know, observe and take some time. But yeah, if we're in this like ABC, which at the moment has, you know, highest probability still, then eventually we do expect a bounce, right? Where we do have a daily here at 37.8, so that's it's a valid take profit level. But yeah, stick to your plan. You know, if you have a clear plan, a good area of support resistance, and you're like, you know, it's worth it. Probabilities are on my side, and why not? You know, and if it is a loser and price continues, you know, it's part of trading. part of trading. You can't have a 100% win rate as long as you trade with a plan in mind, right? A strategy. Yo, what's up, Tim? How you doing, man? Joining late after 2.5 hours. Had to put the kids in bed. Yo, Papa, thanks for being here, man. Yeah, I know. Oh, wait, yeah, I have to go. Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's scam or not. Yeah, me neither, but I just, like if someone says, yo, okay, you do Solana, and, that's fine. But if you get out of nowhere 4 people or 5 people, like, posting something about this random coin no one ever, like, heard about, then, get out. What do you think about DW Gun? Wait, what did I clicked on. Oh, timeout. Yeah, okay, so they're not hidden yet. What do you think about Gun? It's a very interesting way of analysis, very complex as well, with like how price moves and the angle it moves, and also time and price related. Definitely not an expert in it, but I have like read a little bit about it in the past, but I don't use it myself. Okay, now I'm sick of it. Get out. Everyone that's gonna write about Grimace will be hidden. I have no time for this shit. So the first few were timed out. The next ones are all gonna be hidden, which means you're basically banned. You can watch the content, you can comment below the video, but no one ever gives a shit anymore because no one can see it. So, it's very simple, very Dutch. Just fuck that shit. Kids in bed, had to do some work in the house, didn't notice you were live, so I thought, let's watch the video, then noticed you're live. Well, there you go. Yeah, the analysis part is at the beginning. What's up, Tim? But you kind of come when Ashley's coming home now. So I better just quickly shower, put the soup on, a little bit of dinner, and go to bed. That's how we do. Okay. Okay, everyone, including Tim that just joined. Tim is a real life friend, by the way. So I know him very, very well. Uppala. Well, 2 hours and 36 minutes of live stream content for you all, man. The people that are gonna rewatch all of this, big respect. I know people do. Like they have this stream on the background when doing like work during the day. They run it in the background and stuff. And when they hear something interesting, they're like, what's happening? What's he doing? It was nice. When is the next live? I never really planned the lives, but usually I do a few a week. So let me have a look. Maybe I can kinda know. Not tomorrow, probably. Actually, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it will be difficult to make content in the evening. But I don't know. Probably on one of the coming days still, like later this week, probably at like the 1 p.m. stream, maybe. But I don't have set days. It's very, very random. So, yeah. We still need to call. Yeah, man, I'm fucking hungry now. My tummy. But we will call. I mean, we did speak about the trading psychology part, but would be good to call about it, right? Would be good to call about it. So Tim is new in trading at the moment. So, okay, everyone, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Thanks for spending this evening with me. Let's see what price is going to give us. If you just joined, make sure to go to the beginning of the live stream, where in the first bit we analyze the chart based on Elliott waves, as we love to do, as well as a bars pattern and some stuff. So very, very interesting indeed. And yeah, I hope to see you soon. The next update will be tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central European time. So let's see where price is at that moment in time, right? Maybe up or down, but currently the highest probability is a C wave to the downside. And yeah, tomorrow morning, let's see if there's going to be new probabilities, different probabilities, or not, right? 100K followers soon. Thanks for the support, Robert. I mean, at the moment, if I quickly have a look, we started with 5,150 subs. I never really look at the numbers, but before I start the stream, I see the number. We're now at 5,163 for the 13 that joined. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for hanging out on the channel from now on. And of course, for everyone here already for a longer period of time as well. If it's today, yesterday, or before this live stream or months ago, thanks for your support, because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. Right? We wouldn't be here. So, yo. Yeah, 100K followers soon. Who knows? Who knows? It's gonna take some years. But hey, I don't really mind the numbers. My focus is on creating the best content I can, and then, I don't really look at the numbers too much. I prefer to look at the quality of the content and try to improve it. But yeah, who knows? Roberto Ortiz, you said it. You said it. It's a matter of time. Maybe, maybe. Okay, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Time to move. I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.